Hi, I chose to read the ACA Code of Ethics. And so some of the key highlights that I thought were great reminders for me in regards to assessment related to some of our reading that we had done last week in the ethics and multicultural counseling chapters of our textbook. One of the things that I saw was that when you're diagnosing a client, it's important to remember and understand your own bias that you bring and your own cultural experiences and how that can potentially impact how you view your client. So as counselors, we really need to seek an understanding of our own bias, but also an understanding of the culture of our clients and the background that they come from so that we can make sure to diagnose properly and that we're not misdiagnosing them based on our own bias, and also to be aware of perhaps some of the social and historical prejudice that may have impacted our clients in the past or even currently. A second thing that I thought was pretty interesting was that counselors can refrain from making a diagnosis if it might cause harm to the client. I had not really thought about that before, and I hadn't thought of a diagnosis possibly causing harm, but that's definitely a potential. And so it's important to note that a diagnosis may provide actual negative impact on the clients and the family rather than be a positive impact and help toward a treatment plan. So I guess like it might seem like finding a diagnosis is the answer, but it's not, and it's not always helpful, which is really important to remember. And thirdly, something surprising I found is that clients are not able to evaluate, counselors are not able to evaluate clients or relatives of clients or romantic partners of clients when it's for forensic evaluations. That has to be a complete like third party, you don't know them, which I had not read or heard before. So like just as I was exploring all the American Counseling ethics codes pertaining to assessment, I was reminded also of some scriptures that talk about the importance of integrity and stewarding leadership. Some of the verses included the Proverbs, that whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his way crooked will be found out. And really speaking to the importance of walking in that integrity as a counselor. And then I also found in First Peter chapter 5, verse 2, it talks about shepherd the flock of God that is among you, exercising oversight, not under compulsion, but willingly, as God would have you, not for shameful gain, but eagerly. So really remembering the power and the influence you have is in shepherding God's flock, and that we do so with the wisdom of the Holy Spirit and with a servant's heart. So like the code of ethics really reminds me of maintaining integrity, but also stewarding the responsibility that we have as counselors well.